BBC Six Music, Iain Lee.
There we go. That's almost a slick start, wasn't it? It's kind of slick. This is Iain Lee filling in for John Holmes. Where is John Holmes? I have absolutely no idea. Can I just say, this is a completely different studio to one I've ever been in my life. So if I muff it up and stuff, just bear with me. It's only 2 hours. You can listen to 2 hours of pure muff up, can't you? Yeah, this is Iain Lee on Six Music filling in for John Holmes. The first question of the day, dear listener, where the hell is John Holmes? No one here knows where he is. I've been going around the office asking the cleaner and the mad lady sitting in the corner, do you know where John Holmes is? And no one knows. So why not text us your suggestions of where on earth John Holmes can be? 64046. There's probably a snazzier way of saying that, and I'll find out what it is during the next record. Or they've even set up my very own personal email account at Six Music for me. I'm only here for today and I've got my own email. It's john.sixmusic@bbc.co.uk. And John, as well as being a short man, very nice man, doesn't have an H in his name. That's odd, isn't it? And yes, I get the irony of me filling in for John Holmes. He replaced me on the 11 o'clock show, did you know that? Yeah, oh yes. So there we go. There's questions aplenty, including where is John Holmes? And also, what are you doing right now? I've never done a radio show at 2 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon. I know that right now I would be at home dozing on the sofa or playing on my Xbox. So I kind of need, for this next 2 hours to sort of work, I need to know roughly where you are and what you're doing. So text him and just give us an idea of what on earth you're up to right now. I normally talk to people late at night and they're out, doing whatever they're doing. I don't even know what they're doing. So, email me, john.sixmusic@bbc.co.uk, or text me 64046 with your suggestions for where the hell John Holmes is, and also, what are you doing? And do you know what? I think the next 2 hours, it'll sort of be alright. They've allowed me to choose some songs as well, which is fantastic. And this next song is They Might Be Giants, Don't Let's Start. Works for me. How soon do you think that before that music becomes really, really irritating and we all want to rip our ears off? This is Iain Lee filling in for John Holmes. I've got Charlotte and Claire in the studio with me. Are you allowed to talk, or is that not allowed? I don't know what the rules are here.
Only when we're spoken to.
Only when we're spoken to. That's the respect that I deserve. Charlotte, we've got the people have texted in. People are listening. It's not like some crackpot little commercial station. This is the BBC. I'm on the BBC, Mum. I've made it. We can eat this Christmas. OK, I've asked where you think John Holmes is, because no one has any idea here where he is. Good evening, Ian. Yeah. Yesterday, I saw an advert for a John Holmes stand-up gig tonight in Coventry. I believe he's from that area of the world, so maybe he's taken his washing up to his mum's. His washing up or his washing? You wouldn't take, dirty plates to your mum's. You take your pants and your trousers and stuff. Ian, we think John Holmes is helping Sherlock solve another crime on the London streets, from George and Nat in London. And then they've put, can you play the Jam as well? No, we can't. We can't play the Jam. I have apart from the 3 songs I've chosen, one of which you've heard already, the rest is sorted out by people far, far more creative than I could ever be. Also asking, what are you doing right now? I should explain, I normally have a tawdry, horrible, dirty job where I work late at night and talk to people late at night, and I have a vague idea what they're doing. 2 o'clock, 10 past 2 on a Saturday afternoon. It's a weird kind of no man's land to me. It's kind of dead time, so I want to know what you're doing. 64046. Ian, I'm holed up in my room designing Christmas cards to sell at Spitalfields Market in December. Ooh, that's a little bit creative and fancy. And this one's a bit freaky. Ian, I'm dozing on your sofa and playing your Xbox. Yeah, that's just weird. You can email as well, john.sixmusic@bbc.co.uk. Don't forget, John's one of those weird Johns. He don't have no H in it. Like John Pertwee, I think. Did he? I don't think he... Well, there's the second text and email thing. Can we compile a list of Johns who don't bother with the H? This show writes itself. I can rip up these pages of notes that I've written and brought in with me. Right, john.6music@bbc.co.uk or text 64046. Where is John Holmes? What are you doing now? And can we compile a list of Johns that don't have an H in their name? Now, I'm using a different desk to what I'm normally used to, so just excuse me while I go here. This is a song by a group called Frank Music, and it's 3 little words. Smooth.
From me on 3 little words. You know we can pretend.
Hang on, I'm just going to press a button. That one. Not that one. Oh, yeah, that'll do. That'll be nice. Yes, OK. I'm just getting used to the studio, and I've got some beds here. Beds, that's a technical term meaning bit of music that you talk over, in case you didn't know. This is Iain Lee filling in for John Holmes. Is there any way my headphones could be louder? I do like it kind of booming.
That's as loud as it will go.
But there's nothing coming out. It's very quiet. It doesn't matter. Dear listener, you don't need to know the fact that I'm actually going slightly deaf. Slightly, I know, it's terrible. OK, listen, I've been asking you. You've been texting in and emailing in. I was expecting a very flaccid response from people going, who's this idiot? He's not John Holmes. We're off out down to Marks and Spencer's or wherever you would normally go. But you've been emailing and texting in. Let's do some emails. What are you doing right now? Peter in Hertfordshire says, I'm learning to type 54 words per minute. Do people learn to type anymore? Surely everyone can sort of type. They used to have typing classes at school. Do you remember that you could go off and do woodwork, or you could do typing classes? Do people still do shorthand? My mum was... Anyway, I'm showing my age. I'm also washing my pants. I wear Y-fronts. I'm drinking a coffee, a Lavazza, and I'm avoiding hoovering. Well done, Peter. Good work, you. On the text, 64046. Ian, we're gardening, every now and then breaking into the Prince Charming. Now, what is that? Is that kind of like a sex code? I don't know if that... Oh, the Prince Charming. Charlotte Sturt very kindly did the arm movement there. Like the X Factor, but higher, above the head. But we haven't got the music to do it to. I get it, sorry. Sort us out, Ian. Tom, Charlie, C. Les and Lisa in lovely Bristol. Burr up. P.S. John's here with us. He's cack-handedly using a rake. We don't have a phone number here. Can you believe that, right? This is a BBC radio station and got no phone. And got a phone number. We can phone people up, can we? Maybe after past, we'll see if we can phone some of these people up and they can tell us using their own voices, because my voice, even I get bored of it after a while. Ian, I'm trying to cover up my spots before going to welcome the German Christmas market to Leeds. What the hell what does that mean? There's a German Christmas market in Leeds? What's so... balls to spots at 25, yeah? When I was a kid, and you get spots at like 13, 14, 15, I was always told, by the time you get to 20, they'll be gone. I'm 35, and I still get spots. That's not fair, is it? Ian, I'm welding a staircase in Kingston Blount in Oxfordshire. Nice on that. Everyone's doing a little bit of DIY. Ian, I'm painting a radiator, says Sarah in Brighton. Radiators are the dullest thing to paint, and it's very hard to get it the smooth thing. Ian, I'm writing a boring presentation about capacitors for the electricity module of my physics degree. It's crap. I hate electricity. Oh, no, listen, dear Anonymous, you can't diss electricity. You've got to love it, haven't you? Ian, I think maybe John is stuck in the bathroom because the door handle fell off. Oh, and here comes Jamie. Jamie, bless you. Iain Lee. No way! Where have you been since that breakfast show? That was underrated, mate. I was gutted when that got dropped. That was 5 years ago, Jamie. Rise was 5 years ago. Get over it. I just about have. You can as well. John.6music@bbc.co.uk is the email. You can text 64046. Where is John Holmes? What are you doing right now? No one's compiling the list of Johns that haven't got H's in the name, so I can take that as a hint. But that's not working, so we can drop that. I'm man enough to do that. Oh, we've got one, have we? Oh, Claire's pointed one out. What is it? John Poole from the Cardiacs. Thank you, Pete in Catford. Well done, John Poole from Cardiac. Oh, well, speaking of Cardiacs, we're not going to play them now. But this is another song that I chose. This is XTC and Senses Working Overtime. One of the best songs in the world, I think you'll agree. Oh, hang on, which button is it? It's that one, thank you. We'll get there in the end, don't worry. By about 4 o'clock, I reckon we'll get there.
Hey, hey, the clouds are away. Pain and pleasure and the church bells softly chime.
Right, that's one of the best songs in the world. I never understood why XTC weren't the biggest band in the world. I know they stopped touring and all of that, but yeah. This is Ian Lee filling in for John Holmes. I'm asking you, what are you doing now? I don't normally do shows at 2 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon. I have no idea what to expect. Here are two. Ian, listen to that. What a posh class of listener we have here. So much better than commercial radio. It is true though, I'm making sushi in my kitchen in London for a friend's birthday lunch tomorrow. It's a surprise, so don't tell anyone. It's from Christian. I've ruined I can make sushi. It's the messiest thing in the world, but it's good fun. Now this I don't understand. Ian, I'm waiting for the glue gun to heat up. I'm making lots of cardboard flying books for my wife's shop's window display. I have no idea what a cardboard flying book is. If you do, 64046, thank you. Yes. Six Music, this is Ian Lee filling in for John Holmes. I'm asking you, what are you doing this afternoon? This is a brilliant one from Tom in Hackney. Ian, I'm making invitations for a fake wedding reception that I'm throwing on the 29th. There's no wedding, but I wanted to have a really tacky party with flashing lights and an ironic buffet. Tom in Hackney, I think you're a genius, sir. I've just had the nod, meaning I can fade down that young lady who I believe is in a pop group called Gossip, or is she Gossip?
In a pop group.
There we go. Well, 'cause it would be a very strange name for a lady, wouldn't it? Gossip. I wouldn't enjoy that. There's music from the Doves and the Kings of Leon coming up after the news, the Six Music News with Mike, and the Music News with Victoria.
On digital radio and online. BBC Six Music.
Labour pans Shadow Chancellor for economy warning.
That's Six Music News. Your next bulletin's at 3:30.
Six Music.
Six Music. Every day it comes to this.
BBC Six Music. Ian Lee.
The Kings of Leon and one of their songs. Got to be all proper because it's BBC Six Music, so it's all about the music. So you've got to be proper, and was the Kings of Leon and a song they did there. Right, this is Ian Lee filling in for John Holmes. I do apologise if you're a massive John Holmes fan, and there are many out there, and you're just going, but hang on, no, we don't like you, we like John. Well, he's away. If you want to text in your suggestions of where John Holmes is, 64046. We also asked for a list of Johns that are too lazy to put the H in their name. We've got loads. John Bon Jovi, John Richardson, who I believe is the dreamboat who works here. I made noise. All the girls at Six Music love John Richardson. Jon Stewart from The Daily Show, Jon Snow from the Channel 4 News, and John Ploughman, who produces programmes on the telly. And there, who'd have thought it, but your licence fee has just paid for me to read out a list of people whose names are John. I'm also asking, what are you doing now at 2:45 on a Saturday afternoon? Dear Ian, I'm machine washing a hand-wash-only rug. By the way, John Holmes is currently browsing white cider in Hackney Lidl. So, Kay and John Moss. Oh, John Moss on drums. I see. This is confusing. I'm not used to this text kind of abbreviation. If you're going to send a text, construct sentences. Ian, I'm sitting behind the counter of a game shop in Stafford called Two Fat Goblins. Have I just said something rude there? No, I haven't. You've got to be careful. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Doing an impression of the baddie from Inspector Gadget with a metal gauntlet. This is Andy. We've some more text. Ian, I'm washing and picking stalks and pips out of the fruit for my mega Christmas cake making before steeping it all in cherry brandy for a week or so. Lots of people are making cakes and, doing stuff like that. 64046. We have had some emails. I'll be honest. The emails are a little bit duller than the text for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know what... Try and send an interesting email in if you can to john.sixmusic@bbc.co.uk. And while I'm speaking now, Charlotte is out trying to phone up someone who has texted in with what their exciting news on what this person is about to do. It involves the Police Academy movies, and that ties in very, very nicely with my life and indeed my week. But that person... in answering their phone. So that's no use to me whatsoever. But we need to speak to that person, because then we're going to launch into a whole new topic about man crushes and lady crushes and things like that. It's got to be worth listening to. 64046 if you want to text in what you're up to, where you think John Holmes is. I think we have enough Johns there, because, yes, me reading out 8 Johns who don't have an H in their name could be the dullest thing you'll ever hear on Six Music. I just don't know. Here's Propaganda and Jewel. Propaganda and Jewel. Now, Paul Morley was apparently, I missed this, which is very frustrating, chatting to Nimone on Wednesday about a record label. Is that right, Claire? You were trying to explain it to me, and I couldn't quite grasp what you were saying. He was talking to Nimone about a record label, but I missed this. That he started. I missed this, though. I really want to hear it. There's no way I could listen to it again, is there?
Yes, if you go to the iPlayer.
Wicked. There you go. Go and do that. Yeah, should be fun. What a terrible link. I won't be working here again.
You got a bad reputation.
The Thin Lizzy. Rockin' in the free world. No, that's not Rockin' in the free world. That's Neil Young, isn't it? But that's a session, and we have no idea where that session came from. I'm guessing, like, the old days. Probably the old days, because Thin Lizzy is still touring, aren't they? But obviously Phil Lynott, however you wish to pronounce it, is no longer with it. The Jam are touring. You seen this? The Bruce Foxton and Terry? Is it Terry? Craig. Bruce and Craig from The Jam are touring as Bruce and Craig from The Jam. Dear listener, would you really want to? You know, we all know that The Jam was Paul Weller. Would you want to? I don't know. Listen, you're texting in 64046 on what you're doing now, where you think John Holmes is. I do want to throw another ingredient into this delightful radio pie that we're really cooking up. I shouldn't have started that metaphor. That's got me all lost. I don't want to show off about my showbiz life, because I don't have one at all. It's the most unshowbizy lifestyle of anyone in the world. But last night, I was out having dinner with Steve Guttenberg. Yeah, that's right, Mahoney from Police Academy 1, 2, 3, and indeed Police Academy 4, ladies and gentlemen. I was out having dinner with him. He's the nicest man in the world, like, just the nicest. He gave me a hug. Get this, Claire. He gave me a hug at the end and said, Iain, I think we got it. We're starting a really good friendship here. Let's work on this. That's what he said to me. That's what Mahoney, that's what the bloke from 3 Men and a Tiny Wee Little Baby said to me last night. And I think I've developed a slight man crush on Mahoney, Steve Guttenberg, if you will, to the point where I'm thinking, yeah, I could even ditch my girlfriend. I'll calm down slightly, but the question is, for the next hour, who, if you're a gentleman, have you got a slight man crush on? You think, oh, man, I just want to hang out with them forever. And likewise, if you're a lady, have you got a lady crush? Doesn't need to necessarily be particularly sexual. You know, I realise it's 3 o'clock on a BBC station, so let's keep it above the waist. If we can, that would be nice. But if you're a gentleman, who have you got a real slight man crush on? And likewise, if you're a lady, if there's someone you think, do you know what, they seem like a really nice person, I'd like to live with them forever. 64046, you can email john.sixmusic@bbc.co.uk. And here's the shortwave set. Smooth.
BBC Six Music. On digital, online. BBC Six Music.
I don't know if he does any more singing, but it's tough. Right, I'm not a massive fan of the Coldplay. I realise I'm only a guest here filling in for John Holmes. I'll lay my cards on the table. They are not Coldplay cards. This is Iain Lee. Oh, let's have the bed. We've got a good bed, haven't we? Should we press that? There we go. I say it's a good music to talk over. It's the instrumental of Cameo Word Up. It don't get no better than that. I tell you, the day I found that on the internet, I patted myself on the back and went off for a coffee and a donut and celebrated. Right, this is Iain Lee, filling in for John Holmes on Six Music. We don't know where he is. Could be anywhere. Someone sent me an email. Who's this saying, John Holmes is outside McDonald's in Camberwell doing a handstand. I could well believe that of John Holmes. Having met the gentleman many, many times. It wouldn't put it past him that he was doing that. Now, I mentioned before the last record that I had spent the night with Mahoney from Police Academy. I can't remember what character he played in Three Men and a Baby. If anyone knows the name, 64046, I can't remember. I think it was Ted Danson he played, or something like that. I spent the night with Steve Guttenberg. Not like that. It finished at about 1:30 in the morning, and I'm knackered as a direct result of that, because I don't go out anymore. And I've developed what can only be described as a slight man crush on the nicest gentleman I've ever met in my life. And I'm asking you, if you're a gentleman, can you send in your man crushes, 64046, and likewise, if you're one of them ladies, and you've got... Oh, there we go, listen. Here we go, thank you. If you've got a lady crush, then, again, you can, 64046. Frank has emailed in, I'm slightly worried. Ian, I have a man crush on you, brackets, I'm not joking. That's nice. That's a nice thing, and I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Paulie in Stoke. Oh, God. He's found me here, has he? Safe homeboy Ian Lee. I have a crush on Dermot O'Leary, in it. Only met him once. I'm straight, though, Ian. Don't tell my girlfriend, in it. Well, it's not necessarily a sexual thing. But Dermot O'Leary is, Charlotte, you ever met Dermot O'Leary? Wait, what a nice man. What a nice man. Again, he's, very friendly. Shorter in real life than you'd think. Oh, he looks quite tall when he's doing like the X Factor, and he comes out and he's presenting. He's got like JLS around him and Louis Watt. He looks like a giant, but you meet him. He's a wee fella. And Nat in Bristol says Dawn Porter. She's just so lovely. Makes me wish I were gay. Well, if you're wishing that, you can be gay, can't you? That's just the next step. Is if you wish you were, then you go and. I don't know, I'm not quite sure how it works, but that surely is just the next step on doing that. The reason I brought this up is not only because I was hanging out with Steve Guttenberg last night. Yeah, I know. I'm going to keep banging on about it until you're sick of it, which will probably be in about 3 or 4 minutes. But I've lost the text now, someone texted in saying that they were, after this show at 4 o'clock, they weren't going to bother listening to Lauren Laverne. Shame on them for not doing that, but of course that's exactly what you should be doing. But they were going to be watching Police Academy, so I can kind of let them off a little bit. It's still a little bit naughty. 64046. We want your man crushes and your lady crushes. Ladies, do text in. This is not a strictly a man thing. john.sixmusic@bbc.co.uk. It's the undertones, isn't it? I'm worrying, Claire. I'm sounding a little bit too slick. This is not. I don't want to sound. Is it too slick?
No, you're fine.
I can make it sound less slick. Hang on. Oh, there we go. Right, hang on. Right, okay. There we go. This is how you make it sound less slick. This is the undertones. Easy. It's an emergency at 6 Music, dear listener. Claire, the producer, who's supposed to be steering me through the choppy waters of working in an unknown studio, playing songs, I don't know what the hell they're playing, has just collapsed. Are you all right? You just collapsed in pain there. What have you done to yourself, woman?
I'm fine.
You know what? Fine a minute ago. Effing and jeffing in the studio. She was.
I didn't do that.
Effing and jeffing you were. The air was blue at 6 Music. Luckily, I'm professional enough to have made sure all of the microphones were turned down. Otherwise, we all could have got in very serious. You got a bad tooth, have you? Oh dear, oh dear. Should brush more regularly. That's all it is. Just a little bit of oral hygiene. There is the thing. Now listen, I'm not used to doing a show, okay, where we don't. Normally, when I do a radio show, it's kind of phone in and people phone in and we talk. There's no telephone number here. I don't know why. So what Charlotte has been doing is good text comes in. She goes and phones up the number, and everyone is either not answering, has switched their phone off, or what they've been saying, I will not be free to come to the phone. Someone says, I will not be free to come... No, you're on the phone. Yeah, I will not be free to come to the phone. No, you're on the phone now. Yes, I will not be free to come to the phone. Well, just come now! So what we're saying is, if you get a phone call from a young lady, if you text the show... if you texted the show and then a young lady called Charlotte phones up and says, oh, would you like to come on the air and make your point? Say yes, please do. Otherwise, it's just me wittering on and a woman screaming in pain in the background, which is not... It's not the most exciting show. I'm saying it's all right, but we can make it a little bit better. So, if you send in a good text, Charlotte will call you up and then maybe you'll come on the radio. But for all of you sending in, I recognise some phone numbers, so just be on your guard. Okay. 64046, we're looking for you. Oh, let me do a couple of these and we'll play the Gaslight Anthem. The names these bands have these days, I don't know. Ian, we're talking about who you've got a man crush or a lady crush on. Ian Oh, I bet this is quite a common one. I'd like to hang out with Stephen Fry, listening to good music and drinking wine. He seems a decent chap who would know the answers to all those weird questions that crop up when you have rambling conversations. Yeah, I bet there are a lot of blokes with a man crush on Stephen Fry. And this is brilliant. Robert Fletcher, my best mate's older brother's mate. Me and my mate thought he was the coolest thing on two legs. I've got a man crush on Robert Fletcher. I don't even know who he is. He sounds brilliant. Oh, this has got a modern start, hasn't it? It's a car engine, very fancy. Oh, good random choice there. We played Russian roulette with the CD of instrumentals, and we done a good choice there. Well done. I'm well hungry. Is there any food? Is there any... I'm always under the impression that... No, Charlotte, you don't give me... What's that you've got there? Oh, no, I can't take your... Okay. I was under the impression... When I did a show at Six Music, probably about 8 years ago, right? When it was like... 7 years ago. 6... Well, you can say what you're just... Six. Yeah, well, there we go. And I'm sure there was a lady that brought round a trolley full of sandwiches and cakes and things. Did I dream that, or I think that actually happened? I think in the old days, when the BBC was somewhere, someone would come round with like an old-fashioned trolley, like they have in hospitals and stuff. Sandwiches, anyone? And I didn't take any, but I think they were free. I think my licence fee was going on...
Free?
I think so, free. No. Yeah, no, honestly. Go and speak to an old man who worked here. I don't know.
There's a lady who comes around with stamps.
Really?
Yes, yeah.
What, to put on letters?
Yes.
But are they free?
No.
Hang on a minute. Let's stop. This music has to stop for a second. There's a lady that comes around Six Music selling stamps.
She does, doesn't she?
Unbelievable. And she works here.
I think
she's not some nutty woman.
She used to work for the BBC.
But why is she still coming here? Someone should take her pass off her. That's inappropriate. Oh, yeah, I still work here. Anyone want to buy any stamps? That's the weirdest thing ever. Flipping out. I do need some stamps. Does she come round on Saturdays at all? Because I've got a letter. We're asking lady crushes if you're a lady, man crushes if you're a gentleman. Ian, I have a crush on Lauren Laverne. Who doesn't? She's sat in the studio next to me. She can't hear me. Who doesn't have a crush on her? Because she's funny, passionate about music, and beautiful. And also that Kaniki album. Well, it's a corker, isn't it? That popped up on my iPod the other day. A song from Shuffle came up. I put the whole album on. What an album. It's the criteria for all my... Oh, the music's going to end. Oh! What do we do? We go to another track.
No, you can do it again.
Oh, do we? Oh, OK. There we go. It's exciting. I don't know what to do. She's funny, passionate about music, and beautiful. It's the criteria for all my crushes, male or female, from Lucy in Kendal. I think Lucy's in touch with... her sexuality, and that's a great thing. Ian, my wife wants to know if you're related to Christopher Lee, as that would be quite cool, says Aidan Doherty. Brackets, no relation to Pete. Oh, Doherty, though. No, well, I did start a rumour that I was Christopher Lee's grandson, and it's actually on Wikipedia, but it's not true. Although I did play his... Christopher Lee, once, I worked with Christopher Lee in Pakistan, playing his double, and he was on a bus in his pants... having a go at me. I know, I can't... It's too long to explain how that arose, but I was in Pakistan, on a bus, just me and Christopher Lee, he's in his pants, and he's having a go at me. Yeah. And Kat says, I've got a lady crush on Kate Bush. She is gorgeous, and I have done for years. I prefer women generally, though, so well, no, it doesn't count then, Kat. So we need... If you are a lesbian, then we need to know your man crush. We need to know the opposite of your sexuality, Kat. So good effort, but try again. And there's an email from Frank. We're not sure about Frank, but we'll read it out anyway. I don't know. I don't... Just because there's lots of... He's like a vicar for different churches in America, and we're wondering... You can buy vicarhoods. Vicarhoods? No, vicar... You can buy vicary...
Vicarages.
You can buy vicarages these days, yes, on the internet, apparently. Very nice. I don't know if there's a guy I'd want to live with forever, but I wouldn't mind hanging out with Duran Duran for a bit. Now, does he mean Simon Le Bon, who personifies, or the whole group, Duran Duran? We just don't know. And let's do one more on a text, 64046. I nearly gave out a different number altogether. Ian, I have a man crush on Simon Pegg, yeah. Okay. I've seen him completely naked. And he's got very firm buttocks. Because he uses the same gym as me. And when he was beefing up for Hot Fuzz, he was seeing. I'll finish before the music ends. Don't worry. He was. No, I won't. Will I? He was. Play it again. That's just the end you've played there, Claire.
Oh.
Wait for it. Oh, this is.
Where's it gone?
All those people emailing in saying, yeah, can you stop talking and play more music? We will do. We've had a few of those. Don't worry about it. I'll finish. Simon Pegg has got great buttocks. That's the point of that. Right, there we go. Lovely. OK, I'm going to do something I never do. This is Prince and Raspberry Beret. And I'm playing this for my sister and her husband and her children. I don't do things like that because it's a little bit naff. But, you know, Joe, enjoy this. Well done. It's a good song, isn't it? Lovely. 64046. More of your texts after Prince. That's Raspberry Beret and Prince, isn't it? And that's exclusively for my sister and husband. So everyone else, you can't enjoy that. I used to hate Prince. I thought he was terrible, bland, insipid, just, you know, really horrible 80s music at its worst. And then I bought tickets to go and see him in concert. I took my girlfriend there. 4th row. Oh, yes. He's brilliant, isn't he, Prince? I couldn't believe it. And the exciting thing was, did you go and see any of the Prince shows, Claire?
I have been to see.
Did you see this tour? Because he had the stage it was at the O2 and the stage was in the middle, and it was the cymbal, all that's a little bit silly. But the band walks through the audience, right? And they're walking through the audience and they're pushing like this big box that's got all the equipment in. But Prince is in the box, I think. Prince gets transported from backstage to under the stage in like a steel, I know he's about the same size as Dermot O'Leary, but he's
John Holmes.
And John Holmes. No, if John Holmes and Dermot O'Leary stood on each other's shoulders, they'd be the same size as Prince. No, hang on, that's not right. No, that was rude. I take that back. Oh, look at the time, would you? It's time for the 6 Music News now with Mike and the Music News with Victoria. Oh, God.
On digital radio and online. BBC 6 Music.
PM counters on economy.
That's 6 Music News. Your next bulletin's at 4:30.
I'm not even going to say who it is because I don't need to. You know, Claire, is your theory that sounds like a DFS advert? Is that common knowledge, or should I not have mentioned that on the radio? Why do they use Nickelback? I know that John Holmes, this is Ian Lee filling in for John Holmes, by the way. I've just found out, he's gone right down in my estimation, because I've just found out he loves the Nickelback. Surely the worst... I was going to do bad lyrics. Maybe if I ever come in here again, we'll do that another day. But the worst lyrics of any band, not just the Rockstar song... Every song didn't they do a song about photograph? I took a picture of you. It looked really good too. I was wondering what to do. I went to the zoo. It's the worst lyrics. Do you know the guy's name from Nickelback?
Chad Kroeger.
Chad Kroeger. He's the most made-up name. I want to be in a rock band. I can't make it in my own country. Let's move to England and call myself Chad Kroeger from Nickelback. He's not got a show on 6 Music, has he?
No.
Oh, good. I can diss him as much as I want. Yes, I'm here till 4 o'clock, and then it's Lauren Laverne, whose guests include Tim Minchin, Carl Pilkington, and Fife from the Guillemots. Is that how you say Guillemots? I'm never sure how you say Guillemots.
Yes, Guillemots.
I saw them. I was doing years ago. Not years ago. Well, maybe a year ago. I don't know. 18 months ago, before they were big anyway, doing a session on, I'm even using the word session, dear listener, like I know what I'm talking about, on Loose Ends on Radio 4. They're good, aren't they? Such an old man. I don't know. Going on next, it's Robbie Williams and Angels. No, it's not. We've not played that yet. Maybe next time.
Please, no.
Please, no. OK, we've been asking you for your man crushes and lady crushes. I've got a crush on Juliette Lewis. She's so cool and unassuming, says Tina. And Aidan says, not so much a man crush, but Brian Molko from Placebo is lovely looking, says Aidan. Watco in Mansfield says, Ian, I got a little man crush on Sir Paul McCartney. I would definitely give him a bear hug. Yeah. 2 questions. Who would you like to bear hug? And is there going to be a Police Academy 8? Oh, well, in my exclusive chat with Steve Guttenberg I had last night over Japanese food. Oh, yeah. I paid, though. I paid for it. He's a movie star. It doesn't matter. He said there is going to be a Police Academy 8. Who would I give a bear hug to? Well, I had a bear hug with Guttenberg last night, and I think anyone else would be soiling it. Raoul says Stephen Fry, another one for Stephen Fry. Oh, Jim! This is a good one. I have an odd man crush in that I love Dom Warrington's smile. The guy who's in Rising Damp and was on Strictly Come Dancing. No, I can see that. I've interviewed... Did I interview him? I met him once in a lift or something. I would have a slight man crush on Dom Warrington. Look, hang on a second. Oh, hang on, I'm going through all these notes. I should have made... Shame on you, Claire, for not making me make these notes tidier, and now it's all over the place and the show's sounding like a flipping shambles. Earlier on in the show...
Business has resumed.
Business has resumed as normal. I can take the dig. Listen, I'm starving here. Let's do... Let's do a couple of these. We are asking what you were doing as well at the start of the show. Iain, at the moment, I'm trying to work out if the woman in front of me on the train is trying to beat the world record for nasal hair. Do you know what? I've got a lot of nasal hair this week. I tell you, I started plucking. Don't both you, Charlotte and Claire, look at my nose now, because I'm getting a little bit self-conscious. But I've started plucking my nose quite intensely this week, which means... I'm an old man. 64046. It's the last 20 minutes of this show. You can text in all the stuff we've talked about, what you're doing, where you think John Holmes is, and more importantly, if you've got a man crush or indeed a lady crush, who is it with? 64046, john.6music@bbc.co.uk. I was going to say more of your calls. We haven't had any calls today. Charlotte, sure no one wants to come and talk to me? Is that the... What have I done wrong? Stuff 'em. Very, very disappointing there. Never mind. More of your texts after the Killers.
I did my best to notice.
Six Music all-time sessions. Direct from the vaults of the BBC.
"10,000 Maniacs" and whatever that's... What song was that, Claire? I wasn't paying attention to it.
It's on your screen.
It's
Poison in the Well.
Poison in the Well. I've gone off the 10,000 Maniacs because they pulled... This is years ago. I don't know, this happened like 20 years ago. But they pulled out of doing a cover version of a Cat Stevens song when he became Yusuf Islam because they thought he condoned something naughty that had happened that he hadn't condoned and... Or maybe, something like that. If you know what it was, well, good for you, but it's their version of Peace Train anyway. It's the last 10 minutes of the show. I haven't got to do any more talking, have I? Surely we can just play records now till the end. Can I do this email from Andy, who has emailed him? We're asking if you're a gentleman, what men you love, and if you're a lady, what lady you love, in a strictly above-the-waist kind of way. Andy's emailed him, "I love mute men who play music on their shows." Shut up, from Andy. So, Andy, you've used the wrong there. You put THERE, so I win that one intellectually. We were also asking... I was asking, no one else was asking, it was just me. What are you doing at the moment? "Hi, Iain, I'm knitting a sock," says Helen. Not a lot you can do with that. "Iain, I'm waiting for my hungover husband to get out of bed so we can do something fun. Could you play something from AC/DC? "No, we can't.
No, we're finished on that.
Are we finishing on AC/DC? I thought we couldn't get hold of the woman, so we were going to...
No, we'll play it anyway.
Oh, okay. Well, okay, then yes, we will finish on AC/DC in about 10 minutes' time. "Iain, I saw John Holmes working as... Oh, no. I've started it now, I've got to finish it. "I saw John Holmes working as Santa's little helper in a London toy store," says Andrew. Oh, that's naughty. Just because he's a wee man. This I wish we got this fella on the line. Dave from Rushden. We're asking what you were doing, okay? "Iain, I'm on my way to a coat hanger convention. I'm so exciting," says Dave. Now, the thing is, I don't think he's taking the mick there. I think he genuinely is going to some form of convention for coat hangers. Dave, oh man, I wish we'd managed to get hold of you, but like all of the texters, you were too chicken to come to the phone. When Charlotte made the phone call, made the request, none of you. "Iain, I'm fixing a lava lamp and I'm making a banana loaf." And all this talk of food and stuff, I'm going to have to go out and get something to eat or something. I blew my month's food money on dinner with Steve Guttenberg. Yeah, that's right, went out for dinner with Steve Guttenberg last night. I don't know if... Claire, did you go out with any 80s Hollywood stars last night? No. No, didn't go. Charlotte, did you go out with Andy McDowell or Kevin Bacon or anyone? No. I was out with Steve Guttenberg, yes. Mahoney from the Police Academy. Movies. Here's the Foo Fighters. Thank you very much.
You make me dizzy, running circles
I'm a little bit annoyed, I'll be honest, Claire. The show's gone well, and then we've just gone to John Holmes' page on the Six Music website, right? And, John isn't in today. Ian Lee's filling in. We couldn't be bothered to find a picture, so we put a big smiley face from the Acid House rave days of the mid-'80s. What the flippin' hell's that doing there?
It looks just like you.
It does look very like me, actually. It is remarkably like me. I only knew it wasn't me because it's a slightly deeper shade of yellow. But do you know what I mean? You can get a picture of me. You could have just... On the many phone calls we had this week with you hassling me, you could have said, could you email me a photo as well? You just... Lazy. Very lazy. This is what the BBC is coming to, dear listener. Can we, after the show, I demand a picture of me being taken with me looking like a homeless, which I do at the moment, as apparently the webcam fans will know. I didn't know we were on a webcam until about halfway through the show. I do look like I've just shuffled in off of the street and probably smell of wee a little bit. Anyway... you're showing me the John Holmes page because people can go there and suggest a song for How Soft Is Your Rock, a feature I've actually heard where he plays soft rock, but I don't know what the Six Music website is, so you'll have to give it to us now.
BBC.
Yeah, don't say it's like they're not stupid. They're not stupid. Just
/Six Music.
Okay, and well done. And you see, you didn't do the www, which is good because some people still do that. Someone gave me a website in the week. I said, "What's the website?" He went, HTTP. I said, "What?" It's not 1992. All right, she's doing the wave of the hand there, saying, "Hurry up, Lauren Laverne wants to come in." Okay, I can take the hint. Listen, I've been filling in for John Holmes, so I hope you vaguely enjoyed it. I will be filling in for various other people over Christmas at some other point. Lauren Laverne is next. Here's AC/DC. Rock out indeed, my friends.